What do you think separates contractors who grow from those who stay stuck?
I think the ones that listen and learn and are willing to give things a go and try it out are the ones that are going to win in the long run.
What technology changes are impacting the industry?
Definitely AI, but I see, the people aspect. People get exposure to technology. If you can train the technology to do just as good as a human, people are adopting that.
Welcome to ASAP Unfiltered. Today we have Lisa Forrest here. Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
So just a little introduction. Lisa is a sales leader in the home services and contractor space, currently at Contractor Commerce, helping contractors grow their business by adopting new technology and evolving the customer experience. So today we're going to talk a little bit about her journey, any leadership lessons, and what it's like to be a woman in a male-dominated space. So thanks for coming on, Lisa. It's funny, we were just talking about this. We live 20 minutes from each other, but we see each other all over the country instead of in our own backyard because we just travel so much. You travel more than I do, so it's kind of funny, but...
Yeah, I think, the first time I met you was up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And then Charleston.
Yes.
And they're somewhere in between. We've seen each other.
Pantheon.
Yes.
Wherever that was.
Yep, California and Orlando. Yeah.
So thanks for seeing us here right in your backyard.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk a little bit about how you got into the trade?
Yeah, so I was actually living in San Diego and I was kind of getting over it. So I moved to North Carolina, and a friend of mine that I worked with at Enterprise Rent-A-Car, my first job out of college, was saying, hey, I work for a great company called Lennox, which is an HVAC manufacturer. And she said, they're hiring in Charlotte as a territory manager. And I'm like, well, what the heck is that? She's like, if I can do it, you can do it. So I applied, and that's how I got into the trades.
Okay. And you've never wanted to leave since? You love it?
I do. I love it a lot. Yes.
Cool.
So it's almost 10 years now that I've been in the trades, which is crazy.
Me too. My tenure was last week.
Wow.
So it flies by, really.
Yes, it does.
What was your first impression when you entered the space?
So much to learn, right? So I didn't have any technical experience, and I really feel like I had to prove myself in that realm. But one thing I remember someone telling me, and this is wild, that this was a piece of advice, was always answer your cell phone. And I'm like, well, that's a no-brainer. But when somebody needs something and a customer needs something, being there for them is super, super important. And I already knew how to do that because that was kind of my background and what I did previously. But just the people in general. Like, I grew up in a blue collar family. My brother is a plumber. My dad's in the trades somewhat, or was in the trades. But just the people, the family aspect, the hard work, the grit. I mean, the nonstop working. It's kind of all I know. So it's just very relatable.
Yeah, so no surprise to you. I always think it's funny. So like, I come from corporate America before coming into this, and it is like night and day difference, and it's not for everyone, but the people that fit in, like, you don't want to leave because you feel like you're at home. Yeah. So we have some of our office staff, they'll come from, Wells Fargo or other big places, and it's kind of like a culture shock, but I love it. It's funny how different people act. So what makes working with contractors different than other business owners?
Contractors wear many hats, right? They're operators, they're business owners, they're in a way glorified babysitters because you have so many people working around you. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, but you have all these different departments like service, install, sales, the legacy aspect too. Like, these are a lot of family-owned businesses. There's a lot of pride and trying to make that grow and make their people better. So I think that differs a lot than a corporate America where people just go to get a paycheck. Like this, people are building something to pass to their kids and to their kids. So I think that's awesome, and I love seeing those stories and the wins that come out day and day from those businesses.
Yeah, you probably see a wide variety. So let's backtrack a little bit. Can you talk about, for people who may not know, what Contractor Commerce is and kind of what you're doing now?
Yeah, so Contractor Commerce is an e-commerce platform that lives and breathes on contractors' websites. So we give them the capability to sell their products, their services like memberships or any installed products. And the biggest piece is our online buying journey. Homeowners want to know what things cost, right? So you could buy pretty much anything online today, things like a car. You probably purchase a lot of your parts and pieces and tools online. That convenience, the easiness of it, consumers want that. So they want to know what's a new HVAC system going to cost? What's a water heater cost? What's a generator cost? So we give them the capability to plug right on their website and give homeowners information and what they're looking for.
Okay. And then do you guys work with commercial at all, or it's only residential right now?
Mostly residential, but we're starting to expand in new trades. So our founder is an HVAC contractor, really kind of saw the writing on the wall of where e-commerce was going, and just very brilliant entrepreneurial spirit. And so we've proven it with different trades, and now we're expanding into others. So I see the door opening to pretty much anything, because people shop online.
Yeah.
Your customers probably want to know what things cost, and you get to control that narrative and that conversation of what they're looking for.
Okay, well, let us be your guinea pig when you're ready to jump into commercial. That's a great business model.
Yes.
And that really doesn't exist in commercial at all. Like it's a painful buying journey usually.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be great. Okay, so what do you think separates contractors who grow from those who stay stuck?
That's great, because that is one thing that I see. One thing that brought me to Contractor Commerce was our president, Paul, had posted on LinkedIn, like, hey, who wants to help innovate the trades? And I'm like, this sounds really interesting. And so that's essentially what Contractor Commerce is. We're a new tool, we're a new technology, and educating contractors about, hey, why having an e-commerce strategy for your business is critical today. There is a lot of opinions about putting pricing online. I think the ones that are growth mindset, the ones that embrace new technology, things like AI. I mean, AI gets thrown around, but there's so much benefit to it to make your business more efficient and give you time back to do the things that you can work on, the big rocks and the boulders in your business versus the small things that are like eating up your time and draining you. So I think the ones that listen and learn and are willing to give things a go and try it out are the ones that are going to win in the long run.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so you kind of touched on it, but what technology changes are impacting the industry? And I know we'll probably talk about AI, but how are you guys using it at your business?
So what I see as far as technology changing is definitely AI. It's very wide range, but I see, the people aspect. There's a lot of people that aren't coming into the trades, and I think with the trades, people get exposure to technology. CSRs and call centers, people are starting to adapt that, because training your people on what to say, if you can train the technology to do just as good as a human, people are adopting that. Things like workflows. I think a lot of the things, I talked about doing things that drain you, setting up workflows that make you more efficient. Contractor Commerce, it's funny you say this, we hired a director of AI who is pretty much adapting all things that are going on in the home services and in the industry of what's going on with AI. So our product is actually shifting to be more conversational. As humans go to these large language models like Gemini and ChatGPT and start explaining their situation of whatever they're doing, whether it's a health or what's going on in their home or a friendship, they're divulging a ton of information, right? They're having a conversation like you and I are.
Yeah.
And we see that shift, and more people are going to those. So our technology now is going to be more conversational. So think of ChatGPT on your website, where a homeowner or a customer could explain the situation that's going on in their business, and it's going to lead them down this funnel to a certain service or a certain element of your business that they can see, okay, this is what you need. Give us a call or get a price, or hey, you need this filter. So we're pretty pumped that's coming out here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's going to be great, because I think that all of these AI features and everything people are using now, that's going to be the new standard. Nobody's going to want to actually, fill out a form or do the standard like Google search.
Yep.
Like I haven't used Google and I don't even know how long I use, different AI platforms, and like that's going to be the standard. So you have to adapt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about it from that perspective.
Well, think of like a picture. Like they could take a picture of like their system or their door, right? And they upload that, and then the AI is just like based upon your business and the things that you've uploaded to that technology.
Yeah.
It's going to lead that customer, hey, this looks like this, this, and this. We recommend you booking a service call because we can come right out, or hey, we recommend replacing it because it looks like it's 20 plus years, and here can be the conditions if you don't change it. And so it's educating the homeowner and the customer.
Now, does this show up as like a chat box, or like what does it look like on the website? Because I don't even know.
Yeah, so some people say it's a widget, but we're a plugin. So we plug into your website. That'll say something like, get an instant quote. You can be super, super specific, or you can be super general. But I always recommend being more specific, because as consumers and our customers, they want to be told what to do. So something as call us or text us, that's pretty clear what you want that consumer to do. So, and it's actually keeping the customer on your website, so it's time spent on website. They're not going to a third-party page, and there's benefits to that through marketing. So
okay, very cool. All right, so we're going to shift totally the other direction here.
okay.
So this is a heavily male-dominated industry. I think it's changing a little bit over the last 5-10 years. But what was your experience entering that environment? Did you feel any change, from coming from a different type of culture to male-dominated?
Yeah, so I was in the wine industry prior to coming to Lennox.
That's probably the opposite, right?
It was the opposite.
Male-dominated?
Yeah, there's a lot of female. So I think, having a dad and a brother that were in the trades, I kind of knew that going in. But I think, being confident and having a voice in a room, and hey, I'm here, I'm meant to be here too, and I know my stuff. And I feel like we have to prove ourselves a little bit harder, but I'm okay with that, because I just know grit, I know hard work, and so I feel like that will outwork anybody. But I also think that there's a lot of good men in the industry that advocate for women to have a voice, and so it's like, those are the men that are championing it, but there's also a lot of women that are like, hey, we need more women in the trades, and we need to give back, like our sisterhood group and all the different women in HVAC and different groups that are like really having a voice for us. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that was my next question. You kind of answered it in there, but did you ever feel like you had to prove yourself more?
A little bit. Yeah, I did, just because, I feel like it's one thing we've always had to kind of battle per se, but I think it's just, again, coming in, proving yourself, and like, I'm meant to be here. I know my stuff. I'm showing up. I'm answering my phone. I'm learning. I'm asking questions. And I think that's also something that I did, not having the technical experience coming in the industry, was outside of work hours, I was learning about the business, right? I'd listen to webinars, I'd listen to podcasts, I'd go to Lennox.com and I'd get in the car and ride with a technician and get underneath a crawl space and see what the heck they're doing. Just because, again, it's like, I'm not just your rep to move a box. Like, I want to know the ins and outs of your business.
Yeah, that's great. So that kind of leads into the next question too, is you've grown a lot inside of your own industry and your own company. What do you contribute that success to? Do you think it's that constant learning and being assertive in your education?
Yep. I love to learn. I think that's just what makes us better as professionals. And there's just so many tools out there. Even YouTube, watching YouTube videos, but there's a lot of podcasts like this one. And I think giving people a voice to be able to express like what they want to give back to the industry is critical. And I think there's a lot of good people that want to bring people to the trades. And I think that opens the door to show, hey, like, the trades isn't just your plumber that's got their butt crack showing, right? Like, it's like, you can be a manager. You can go be a salesperson. You can be a manufacturer representative. You can own a business. You can be a general manager. Like, there's so many opportunities here. So, but you have to be willing to work hard. I think you just can't come in and just expect to climb to this role. Like, you got to start from the bottom and really prove yourself.
Absolutely. Okay. What's one thing that this industry has taught you personally?
Resilience.
Yes, I think that's great.
Yes.
I agree.
So when I started at Lennox, it was August of 2018. July of 2018, their manufacturing plant in Iowa was hit by a tornado that wiped out 2 out of their 3 plants. Wow. So only 1 plant was producing equipment. So that was the start of my career. Then it was COVID, which, a lot of the technologies coming overseas and being stuck on, barges trying to get here. So that was resilience. And then obviously jumping and going from a corporate America where, Lennox is corporate structure to a startup where it's things can change. Like we can pivot and make changes. It's just a different growth and learning curve, but I've enjoyed it because I've learned so much about, again, being a business owner. I've seen it. Like I can pick up the phone and call my president. I don't have to climb a corporate ladder. But it's...
So you prefer working small business instead of corporate?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Me too. Okay, awesome. So that's all of the main questions I had. We're gonna do some fun rapid fire questions, which I did not prepare you for. So just answer the first thing that comes to mind, okay? All right, early mornings or late nights?
Early mornings.
Coffee or energy drinks?
Coffee.
HVAC or plumbing?
Oof, HVAC.
Okay. Heels or sneakers?
Sneaks.
Favorite on-the-road snack?
Ooh, I'm gonna say like a beef stick in a bar because the health element.
Protein.
Yeah,
okay.
protein.
Okay, great. What is one word that describes contractors?
Energetic.
Okay. Yeah, that is all I have for you.
Cool.
So thank you so much for coming on. This was cool. I learned a lot about your business that I didn't even know, so I feel like a bad friend for not knowing, but now we all know.
You're not a bad friend because that's what this is for. This is what these platforms are for.
So if anyone wants to reach you, where should they go?
They can find me on LinkedIn. L Forrest at contractorcommerce.com is my email. Cell phone 619-890-8200, or send me a DM. Would love to chat if you'd like to learn more.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Thanks, Tasha.